I'm about to tell you the 3 things that, if you give them away, will guarantee you stay poor for the rest of your life. And I guarantee you've already given away at least 2 of them this week without even realizing it. My name is Rabbi Solomon, and I've spent 40 years studying why some people escape poverty, while others stay trapped in it generation after generation. And what I discovered in the ancient Jewish texts will shock you. Your poverty isn't about how much you earn. It's about what you're unconsciously giving away. Right now, as you watch this video, you're probably giving away the 2nd thing on my list. And if you don't stop immediately, you'll never, and I mean never, accumulate wealth. The Talmud is crystal clear about this. He who guards these 3 things guards his prosperity. He who gives them away bleeds his fortune dry. In Minute 14, I'm going to reveal the 3rd thing, the one that 90% of people give away multiple times per day. This is the most dangerous one because it doesn't feel like you're giving anything away. It feels normal. It feels harmless. But it's silently destroying your financial future. And here's what's critical. Once you give these things away, you can't get them back. They're gone forever, and with them goes your chance at wealth. But if you stop giving them away, starting today, right now, your financial situation will begin to reverse within 72 hours. I've seen this transformation happen hundreds of times. People who were broke for decades suddenly start accumulating money the moment they stop giving away these 3 things. This isn't motivational speech. This is ancient Jewish wisdom that has protected wealth for 3,000 years. Stay with me until the end, because I'm also going to tell you what you should give away instead. The secret Jewish practice of strategic giving that multiplies your wealth instead of depleting it. I learned about these 3 things from my grandfather when I was 19 years old, right before I was about to make the biggest financial mistake of my life. I had saved $5,000 working 2 jobs through high school and my first year of college. I was so proud of that money. It was the most I'd ever had. My friend came to me with a business idea. He wanted to open a food truck, and he needed partners. He promised we'd all be rich within a year. I was about to give him my entire $5,000. I was literally writing the check when my grandfather walked into the room. He looked at what I was doing and his face went pale. He grabbed my hand, not roughly but firmly, and said, "Solomon, stop. If you give this away, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Not because the business will fail, though it will, but because you're about to give away something you can never get back." I didn't understand. I said, "Zaid, it's just money. I can make more money." He sat me down and opened a worn copy of the Talmud to a page he'd marked years before. He said, "The rabbis teach that there are 3 things a man must never give away carelessly. These 3 things are the foundation of all prosperity. Guard them, and you'll always have enough. Give them away, and you'll always struggle." Then he taught me what those 3 things were. He explained each one in detail, why it matters, how people give it away without realizing it, and what happens when you protect it instead. I didn't give my friend the money. He was angry. He called me selfish. The friendship ended. But within 6 months, his food truck business had failed, just as my grandfather predicted. Everyone who invested lost everything. Meanwhile, I kept my $5,000 and followed the principles my grandfather taught me about what to never give away. Within 1 year, that $5,000 had grown to $18,000 through opportunities I would have missed if I'd given the money to my friend. That's when I understood. My grandfather wasn't just saving me $5,000. He was teaching me the fundamental principle that separates the wealthy from the poor. The Talmud says, "Who is rich? He who is content with his portion." But there's a deeper teaching underneath. Who stays poor? He who gives away his portion to others before he has secured his own. This doesn't mean be selfish. It means protect your foundation first. You can't help anyone if you're drowning yourself. I've counseled thousands of people over the past 4 decades. And in every single case where someone was stuck in poverty, I found the same pattern. They were giving away at least two of these three things without even knowing it. The moment they stopped, their finances began to turn around. It's not magic, it's spiritual law. Now, before I reveal what these three things are, I need you to make a commitment. If you're serious about breaking out of poverty, write in the comments, "I protect my prosperity starting now." This declaration activates your intention. Do it now. Let me tell you what your life looks like right now. You work hard. You're not lazy. You're not irresponsible. But somehow, no matter how much money comes in, it goes right back out. You never get ahead. You never accumulate. You never build anything that lasts. You help everyone else. You lend money to family members who never pay you back. You cover the bill when friends forget their wallets. You give your time to people who don't appreciate it. You say yes when you should say no because you don't want to seem selfish. And you're exhausted. You're tired of being the person everyone comes to when they need something, but no one's there when you need help. You're tired of being generous and getting nothing in return. You're tired of being broke while watching less generous people prosper. Here's what's happening. You're operating from a poverty consciousness that says, if I give, I'll receive. But you're giving the wrong things. You're giving away your foundation while expecting the universe to build you a house. It doesn't work that way. The brutal truth, generous poor people stay poor. Not because generosity is bad, but because they're generous with the wrong things at the wrong time. I see this pattern constantly. The single mother who gives her last $20 to a friend instead of feeding her own children because she has faith God will provide. And then she's broke and her kids are hungry. The man who works overtime to lend money to his brother for the 5th time while his own bills go unpaid. The woman who volunteers 20 hours a week for free while her own business is failing. These people think they're being spiritual. They think they're being good, but they're violating a fundamental law that the Talmud makes clear. Your own survival comes before charity. Your own household comes before the community. Your own foundation comes before helping others build theirs. This isn't selfishness. This is wisdom. You've been taught lies. Give until it hurts. Put others first always. Money doesn't matter. Generosity always comes back to you. Every single one of those statements is incomplete at best, dangerous at worst. The truth is, strategic giving multiplies wealth. Indiscriminate giving depletes wealth. And there are 3 specific things you must never give away if you want to escape poverty. Here's the universal principle from Kabbalah. There are vessels, and there is light. The light is abundance, money, opportunity, blessing. The vessels are what hold that abundance. If your vessels are cracked, leaking, or missing entirely, it doesn't matter how much light flows to you. It will all leak out. These 3 things I'm about to reveal are your vessels. When you give them away, you're creating holes in your vessels. And no matter how much abundance flows to you, it will drain right back out through those holes. When I first understood this, I was angry. I felt like I'd been lied to my whole life. I'd been taught that giving everything away made you holy, made you blessed. But I looked around at the holy people I knew. They were all broke. Meanwhile, the people who protected these 3 things were prosperous. That's when I realized the universe doesn't reward poverty consciousness. The universe rewards those who understand the laws of prosperity and live by them. I've witnessed this principle transform lives. A woman who stopped giving away thing number 1 and within 30 days received a $10,000 contract. A man who stopped giving away thing number 2 and within 60 days got promoted with a $25,000 raise. A couple who stopped giving away thing number 3 and within 90 days paid off $30,000 in debt. In every case, they followed the wisdom I'm about to share with you. They protected what needed to be protected, and prosperity followed. Now I'm going to reveal the 3 things you must never give away if you want to escape poverty and build lasting wealth. These come directly from Talmudic teachings about prosperity, specifically from the tractate Bava Metzia, which deals with financial transactions and wealth preservation. The rabbis who wrote these teachings observed patterns over centuries. They saw who prospered and who struggled, and they identified the common threads. What they discovered is this: poverty isn't random. It's the result of specific behaviors, specific violations of spiritual law. And the 3 most common violations all involve giving away things that should be fiercely protected. Here's what you need to understand before I reveal what these 3 things are. This teaching will make some people uncomfortable. It will challenge what you've been told about generosity, about being a good person, about helping others. But here's what I know after 40 years of studying this. The people who are most uncomfortable with these teachings are usually the ones who most need to hear them, because they're the ones who've been giving everything away and wondering why they're still broke. The Talmud teaches, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? But if I am only for myself, what am I? This is the balance. You must secure your own foundation first. But once it's secure, then you give generously to build others up. Most people get this backwards. They try to build others up while their own foundation is crumbling, and everyone falls. These 3 things I'm about to reveal aren't physical objects you can hold. They're more valuable than physical objects because they're the sources of all wealth. They're the springs from which money flows. When you give them away, you're not just losing something temporary. You're cutting off your source. You're blocking your own flow. And until you stop, no amount of hard work, no amount of prayer, no amount of positive thinking will make you wealthy. But when you protect these 3 things, when you guard them fiercely, when you refuse to give them away no matter how much pressure you feel, something shifts. The flow begins. Opportunities appear. Money starts accumulating instead of disappearing. This is the difference between people who work hard and stay poor versus people who work hard and become wealthy. It's not the effort, it's what they protect versus what they give away. Are you ready? Pay close attention because I'm about to reveal each of the 3 things, why people give them away, how to stop, and what happens when you protect them instead. Thing